Run the Numbers. My name is Jason, and the video that you're watching right here and now on the Run the Numbers channel is in fact part of the warm-up series on this channel. So yes, I'm weaving through and making it past the bumps and the sunshine and everything that comes along by walking through the streets of Los Angeles, California, where this video being part of the warm-up series means that we're on the go, we're in motion, so it might get a little noisy, but that's part of the fun of these videos, that you get to go on this journey with me as I hopefully help you go through the journey you're having, and that journey is your personal finance journey. Okay, so with that being said, the topic that we're going to talk about today is a quick update. That is, we're going to have a Yotta update. There's a quick one now that we're into May of 2024. Just received an email today, so I thought to give you all an update as to recent developments and tell you about what's going on with my use case of Yotta Bank and the Yotta app. Alright, so before we get into that though, let's talk a little bit about how this video is part of the 100 videos challenge. And what that is that this is one of 100 videos that I am creating and publishing up onto YouTube, and doing that all in 100 days. Yeah, that's the challenge of it, is the very fast pace of it all, and to do roughly one video a day all the way through 100 days is quite an aggressive pace to make sure there's a lot of content that can help you on your personal finance journey. Because again, this is all hopefully helpful for you on your personal finance journey. Okay, so with that introduction covered, let's get right into today's topic that I mentioned, where it's a Yotta update. All right, so for those of you who might be kind of stumbling into this blind, I advise you to go watch some of my previous videos where I talk about Yotta Bank. I've had videos dedicated to just kind of introducing what Yotta Bank is, what it offers. I went into the details of some recent changes, some updates they've made to their app, to their platform. They made these changes earlier this year, and some changes, if you followed along everything, you very well know I wasn't the biggest fan. And in fact, I started to really cut down my use and the amount of money I had in Yotta Bank. And it got to the point where, in fact, I announced that I was done with Yotta Bank. Now, I don't have any money in Yotta Bank, but I do, from the sidelines, follow along. So I have been asked the question, oh, would you get back in if they made some changes? Will you give some updates in the future if those do occur? So here we are. And here's the update to mention, and that is the email that I got. So the email read something to the effect of the specific change regarding Yotta Cash and taking your money to convert the Yotta Cash to US dollars. Now I won't get into the whole, again, go watch the previous videos to understand basically, what Yotta Bank is. It's the Yotta app, the whole lottery type game, and lotto ball, and the whole 9 yards. I'm not going to get into all of it. I'm also not going to get into all the big changes about how they changed things around with the Yotta Cash, and difficulty to get money into Yotta Cash, difficulty, of course, to get money out of Yotta Cash, and that's part of what this update is all about, is maybe one step to make that part a little bit easier. So yeah, again, go watch previous videos to kind of understand how I'm going deep into the weeds and talking about the specifics on what they're doing and what their changes are about Yotta Cash. So, um, again, their update is about converting Yotta Cash into US dollars. Now, they probably got a whole lot of feedback that mentioned how it was undesirable, that really the only way to get money from Yotta Cash was to take winnings of the lotto ball, the game, the actual like lottery drawing, and to have your rewards, the actual your actual uh, output, your outcome from these lottery-like reward drawings. That was the way to actually be able to pull out your Yotta Cash into US dollars, and um, and then be happy about potential winnings. Now, they've changed that, and that was the whole update, is that you can have your Yotta Cash from any of the, I guess, games that are available. So those are those, like, I would almost kind of say like carnival-like games. So of course you have um, various ones that they have, these Minesweeper, these um, uh, various ones. Moonshot was always my favorite, if you want to say I have a favorite. But you never really felt like it was like a wise thing to play it for long. Um, and yeah, it's basically playing these, very fun, I'll give you that, but these mobile games that you definitely, it wasn't any way to smartly grow your cash. And that was the whole effort of Yotta Bank, and everything that of its original appeal was to let your money basically sit and play these extra sort of bonus ways to grow your money into this lottery, like you could almost say like a substitute for the real, Powerball and Mega Millions. So yeah, they kind of strayed away from that. By the way, this spurred a topic that I sort of had something of a debate with my wife and with other people about how a startup or just a company in general can attract you for one particular reason and then make changes over time. And sometimes those changes can be good. It shows that you're iterating, you're learning, you're improving, you're evolving. But eventually it could get, and this is the example here with Yotta, that you've strayed so far away from the original attraction to what got you there in the first place, say as a user, as a, I guess, customer, account holder, that then you no longer enjoy or want to use, and you make videos about I'm done with Yotta Bank, all this. So it's just a very interesting concept in general that I very well could dive into. Give a comment if, in fact, that's something you're interested in, that you want me to dive a little bit more about that in general, not specific to Yotta, but just this idea of how there could be these positive aspects of evolving and changing, and then yes, you're on this kind of razor's edge as to when exactly you just completely abandon the original intent of, say, the app or the platform or whatever it is. So it's an interesting thing to think through. Nonetheless, let's get back to, this update. So I left you with the ability to get Yotta Cash into US dollars was the whole update of announced of this most recent change from Yotta. And so I guess it's an improvement that there's more ways to have Yotta Cash as redeemable to US dollars. It's not strictly from the Yotta Ball game. But the lotto ball, I kind of call it lotto ball, the Yotta ball, just that whole, the prize drawing element to Yotta. Um, so yeah, that's better. But does this move the needle for me in my use case? I promise you, I'd tell you as part of this update that has how I use Yotta, which is that I don't use Yotta. I don't have my account funded whatsoever. All this, will that change into the future after all this update that I'm talking to you about and what I've learned as to what's going on with Yotta? The short answer to this is really no. It's kind of too little, too late. I mean, maybe if they make some other things, they're on the right path of sorts, but really, they're not, in my eyes, doing enough, and Yotta's not this vehicle to help my money grow, and that's really what I want from the app, from the whole platform, from everything, from Yotta. So since that still is the case, yep, the short answer again, this hasn't moved the needle and this won't change, so I guess I'm still done with Yotta Bank, but I am watching from the sidelines and I'm making these updates, so they do have the ability to possibly win me back if they make enough change, if they do turn me around on this. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you there. That's the update. That's the Yotta update, May 2024. And I hope this helps if you, in fact, have something of a similar journey with either Yotta or something similar, or you just like to see and live through my journey with Yotta. Hopefully, maybe that could be, I guess, helpful or just entertaining. So I'll leave you there. Gotta run.